It's time for the Junior Series to get up and running. It's round 1 of the season here in Bahrain. So here's the FIA Formula 2 calendar for this year. We start off here in Bahrain before a week's time going over to Jeddah. Imola, a brand new event. Well, we've been there in GP2. It kicked off the whole new era of GP2. We are going back there, however. Barcelona and Monaco, the 2 races in May before June's only debut goes to Baku. Then on the first weekend of July, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, followed then a week later by Spielberg in Austria. We don't go to France, we take a week off before going to the Hungarian Grand Prix on the end of July, before 3 triple header races at Spa, Zandvoort and Monza, a to-be-confirmed race now replacing Sochi on the 25th of September, before a big break before the season rounds out in Yas Marina on the 20th of November. It's the 2022 Bahrain Formula 2 round, and it's time for the sprint race. Let's take a look at the Bahrain International Circuit for Formula 2. The first time we've raced here as a season opener in many a year. A 3.362 mile circuit, 3 DRS zones as well, and 15 corners to boot. Already opening up the DRS then as you hurtle across the control line and down towards turn 1. You're in top gear as well, but getting the 20-inch tyres to braking, that's a different matter. Hard on the brakes at 100 metres to go. Drop down to first gear and then narrowly hit the accelerator at the exit. These cars don't have power steering, so you've got to fight for control as you rise up the hill towards turn 4. Open up the DRS once again for the first time officially on this lap. Down to turn 4. Drop the way down. Second gear. Hug the inside line. Let the car drift out wide. Don't go all 4 wheels off the white line, that's not allowed anymore. Down now through the sand dune section, drop down 2 gears as well, just let the car sort of free fall down through these sections as well, always controlling on the steering, don't push too much load on the tyres, you hurtle down again, 3rd gear into turn number 8 as well. 9 and 10, it's a double left-hander, you're braking halfway through turn 9 as well, while coming into turn 10, so careful not to snag the inside left tyre as well as you hurtle down the brakes. Now, 2nd DRS zone, open now as you hurtle down towards turn 11, let the car sing as well and let it go to maximum revs as well. Now, drop down, brake at sort of 70 metres to go, flick the car in on 3rd gear, control the exit speed as well, no power steering, so the car just wants to understeer off. Now, top of the hill, turns 12 and 13, a very difficult part of the track, lift off every now and then as well if you're on a heavy fuel load. Down now, turn 13, back on the accelerator midway through the exit point to really get a launch onto the back straight away. There's no DRS down here as well, so limited overtaking opportunities. It's all about setting up for the start-finish straight into the last corner, turn 14 and 15, sort of a double barrel kink as well, jump over the curbs, hurtle down with the accelerator open, and now open up that DRS and to cross the control line. And that is a lap of the Bahrain International Circuit in a Formula 2 car. Hello everybody and welcome to the FIA Formula 2 Championship. They are leaving the grid now. Sky have come to this very late. We've come to this a bit late as well. But here we go then. It's time for the sprint race for a whole new championship for Formula 2. They're already out on the parade lap. Alongside me in the commentary box is Synth. Formula 2 is moments away. You can feel the anticipation in the air as a new season, the longest season ever, 28 races for Formula 2, kicks off. How are you feeling coming into today?
I am very excited. I can't wait for the race to start. We're all going through the formation lap now, and it's a Dutch top 3, basically, you can say. Drogovic in the Dutch MP Motorsport, Forshaw, the Dutch driver, and yeah, Jake Hughes in the VA in the Amersfoort Racing, also Dutch team.
Yep, this is the grid then. Drogovic starts on pole position. Let's hear from the top 3 now.
Looking at how some cars use their tyres in free practice, I think it sort of alludes to some cars using the soft. So it'll be interesting to see what everyone does, and we still have to make our decision on that. But I think obviously starting P3, the goal would be to minimum stay there and try and get a trophy first race of the season, and anything more is a bonus.
Going into the whole season, but also this race with Trident, everything is new. I didn't really know what to expect, so I never really put my hopes up too high. But yeah, now I felt the car. I really think that we can be competitive. So I think this is a good first step into that direction.
I think tire choice is going to be critical, and also a little bit of a strategy by playing hands today, tomorrow. But yeah, I feel comfortable that we have a good car to move on forward. Yeah, I think most of all we have to find a good start, and that's it. Then from there on, we just need to preserve the tires and bring them as long as possible to the end.
That's the running order from the top three as it stands. It's time then for the sprint race. As I said, Drugovich on pole, Forshaw alongside, Hughes third, Druvela fourth, Lawson fifth, Boschong sixth, Sargent seventh, Vips eighth, Pourchaire ninth and 10th on the grid for Doohan, who's on pole position for the feature race tomorrow. Nizani 11th, Williams is 12th, Armstrong 13th, Sato 14th, Druvela is 15th as well. Further down, Holger, Felipe Caldwell, Novalek, Vesti, Bolbaski as well, followed by Caldwell and Iswa down at the back as we get ready. 23 laps is this race distance for the sprint race. The timer here, that's how many laps we have here, will show exactly how many laps we have completed in this race. So it's Felipe Druva. He's on pole position. He's on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is Richard Forshaw for Trident. The run down to turn 1 is going to be interesting. 23 laps, 45 minutes, plus 1 lap. That's all we've got for the sprint race. It's 7:43 here in Bahrain. It's time to start the longest season in Formula 2's history. 28 races ahead of us. It all starts here. 5 lights on the gantry. Here we go, folks. They're out and we're underway with a good start from Drugova. Look at that already from the second row. Jake Hughes going on the inside line, trying to have the attack. It's 3 abreast into turn 1 as Richard Forshaw leads them into turn 1. Are they all going to get through safely? It looks like they are. That's a great move so far. And for once, Synthol, it's a clean start from everyone.
It's true. Oh, someone going a bit onto the dust. It's a great start indeed from the Dutch driver for sure. As on the outside goes to Campos of Boschung, who's got an amazing start as well. They're on the outside going up to P2.
He's got ahead of Geruvalo as well by taking the outside line through turn 4. Nice position done as well as we ride on board with Drugovich as well. The pole sitter has dropped back to 6th position. Forshaw leads. It might even be 7th. As round the outside, Theo Pourchaire trying for a move as they enter turn 8. And so far, everyone's made it through. No winglets are missing as well as they enter turn 10. All safe so far. Little lock-up and one of the Jensers running wide.
Yeah, everybody made it through still. Through turn 10, even people
Campos,
going through there. It was a horrible start indeed from Drugovich.
Absolutely horrible as the two side by side further back as well. That's with Theo Pourchaire. Pourchaire's made up to 7th position. Started this race 9th. Great run there. Forshaw leads from Boschong, Druvela, Lawson, Hughes in the top 5 as well. Drugovich dropped to 6th. Pourchaire 7th. As I said, that timing tower is correct, by the way. We're about to complete the first lap and move on to lap 2. 23 laps. Looks like some blue smoke already from the back of Richard Forshaw. I'm almost convinced, though, Synthol, that's just going to be a little bit of oil from the bottom as moving up the inside goes Yuri Vips, getting ahead of Logan Sargent at the last corner.
Absolutely, long straight here, no DRS. A lot of smoke from the back of Fiscal. That can, for sure, that's going to be good.
Lawson,
as we see Drugovich.
Yeah, Drugovich trying to go right round the outside of Hughes and gets through, but Hughes is going to have the inside line. He's got just in front of him Lawson.
Oh.
Beautiful move. Drugovich is holding no punches. He gets through ahead, and so does Theo Pourchaire. Pourchaire's got the run. He moves to the outside, down towards turn 4, and Pourchaire wheel to wheel with Drugovich. Drugovich holds the inside line, goes a bit too deep. Pourchaire gets the cut back, and Pourchaire's going to go side by side through the sand dune section, and Pourchaire comes out on top. Drugovich clips the back of Pourchaire, but they both continue. Beautiful racing, Synthol.
This is incredible, but Drugovich still behind him. Right, a great move from Pourchaire and from Drugovich. How they didn't touch there, and look at that. That's Jake Hughes going wheel to wheel with, I think that's Yuri Vips. Lock up, big lock up. He's going to go, makes the corner still.
How on earth did he not run into the back of the car in front? I will never know of Liam Lawson. Meantime, Pourchaire is now desperate behind Lawson to try and hold back. This is getting fantastically grippy already. It's only the second lap. We've completed one lap. There is a total of 23, so keep an eye out as you can get in touch on hashtag F3, hashtag Bahrain Grand Prix, and in the YouTube chat as well, as we've already got. SHT says, what a crazy qualifying for Haas and Alfa Romeo as well, but this is where it's really going to get competitive. He also says, the drivers I know were only Armstrong, Nazani, Sato and Fittipaldi. Don't worry, it's going to be here all throughout the season.
Vips down the inside.
Vips making a move on Hughes, forcing Hughes off the track.
Yeah, bit wide through the final corner from Hughes, but now he's going to be under pressure from the car behind. That's Logan Sargent in the Carlin.
Look at the amount of slipstream they're getting. Who's going to be brave enough to run out of the clean air on the inside? Vips going for it. Yeah, Vips through. Doohan's through. He's got ahead of Hughes as well as Sargent. Logan Sargent, the Carling, up to 9th place as well. Novalak, I think, is under pressure as well. He's on a battle further back with Roy Nazari.
There comes Logan Armstrong, tries to go down the inside as well.
Sargent Armstrong in a battle with Roy Nazani as Armstrong goes a bit too deep. Roy Nazani tries to swing around the outside as well and takes the position. So Armstrong moves up in the high-tech. Not bad a manoeuvre there as they swing back through. And already he's getting mugged. Oh, he's tagged him! Round! And is anyone going to hit him? Yellow flags. Armstrong in the middle of the road at the exit of turn 8. The entire field has missed him, but if he stalled it, yeah, safety car's going to have to come out now. No doubt about it. First appearance of the season, guys, for the safety car, and he knows it. He can't believe it. He shakes his fists. He looks down at the deck. He's out of it. He got a touch from the back of the 24th Jake Hughes.
He's been taken out by Hughes for sure. Hughes was trying to defend from Roy Nazani, I think it was. And because of that, he didn't see the car ahead and just clipped him around. And out of the race is the high-tech.
Safety car. So they are indeed throwing the safety car. They've had no choice but to throw it, which I think is the correct decision, to be fair, here for this race. So we will keep on going. And as the famous saying, keep on trucking. Because that safety car is out. We're on the third lap, and there is the brand new Mercedes safety car making its first appearance. What do you think, Synthol? I think that looks quite good, actually.
Looks really good. The extra black there on the front. I think it looks a very, very good safety car, and it's coming out now for the first time indeed this season because of Marcus Armstrong being out of the race, stuck in turn 8 in the middle of the track. So yeah, obviously it's the safety car has been deployed.
Let's take a look at the start again then. Great launch, as I said, from Ralph Boschung. He started 6th on the field. It was 7 cars side by side in the run down towards turn number 1. Poor start from Drugovic as they went down. Great start from Forshaw. Just had the inside line completely covered. The 2 Red Bull livery cars of Boschung and Jeruvala tried to negotiate themselves into position, but it was a poor start from the VAR with Jake Hughes as well.
Yeah, started from 3rd, and look at that down the inside already. That's Jan Ruvla and also Ralph Boschung, who's got an amazing start from P6, went up to 2nd. Hey, look at that, just down the inside, getting a better exit from the from everyone else.
Oh, he nearly got taken out as well. He started 3rd. He's now down to 10th position. Drugovic started 1st, now 6th. Oh, it was wheel spin at the line. Yeah. That's what got him.
Indeed, a lot of wheel spin at the start that has cost him a lot of positions. Started from P1 and now all the way down there in the mix of all the cars, trying to avoid making contact as well. And look at that. Oh, there was Hughes being pushed onto the curb. Here down into Boschung.
Ralph Boschung going woohoo! The fact is P2 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he started 6th. He got an amazing first couple of corners. Here's the lock-up.
Jake Hughes, he flat spotted the tyres, and he would later make contact with Armstrong. Marcus Armstrong, who's now out of this race. The safety car is deployed, and we're going to have to wait now. It's still lap 4 now. The 3 laps have been completed. There's the replay of the spin, and it was a harmless spin, but he just stalled the engine.
I'm so sorry, Marcus. So sorry.
I'm so sorry, Marcus. I'm so sorry over the radio there from the team. And now they're going to have to wait and go back again It's Forshaw from Boschung, Deruvala top 3, Lawson, Pourchaire 5th, Dragovic down to 6th position, Doohan 7th, Vips 8th, Sargent 9th, and 10th position for Jake Hughes. Nazani is 11th. Dennis Hauger, Dennis Hauger, I should say, if my cold would get out the way after commentating on qualifying, is up there in 12th position. Novalak 13th, Sato 14th. Bolbaski is in 15th as well. Fittipaldi 16th, Caldwell 17th. Awasha is 18th. Vesti 19th, Williams 20th. Cordell 21st, and of course Armstrong out of the race. The initials, by the way, C. Williams, a friend of mine actually, who when I message her later, is she racing in Formula 2, will probably get a chuckle or basically no reply basically on that one.
Williams doesn't have a very good opening lap. If you see, he's now 20th, right?
Yes, right.
He started from P12, so that's not a really good start from him then.
Callum Williams in the Trident as well. And if I look here as well, the Australian, 21 years old, and it's his first race as well. 10-second time penalty for Jake Hughes for causing this collision for the reason the safety car is out. Well, that had to happen, but the Van Amersfoort Racing 24... in trouble already, and we're only 5 laps in, Synth.
Yeah, well, it's a deserved penalty, of course. He just took him out. Nothing that the high-tech could have done. And yeah, 10-second time penalty is deserved. He's lucky he doesn't have to pit for a new front wing.
Lucky indeed as well with that one. Safety car is coming in this lap. So let's listen to Dragovic.
Pusher is spilling oil or something like that. I don't know, some liquid is coming out of his car.
Race control, there's the confirmation. Safety car in this lap. There's no lap cars to get out of the way, so that's a relief.
Did he say Pourchaire was leaking oil or something? That's not good news for the French driver there.
I think he says something about Pourchaire. I couldn't quite make it out. If you can make it out, that's even better.
Well, you said someone's leaking oil. I think you said it about Pourchaire, so that's...
Okay,
bad.
so,
I thought we saw for sure also smoking from the back, but that seems to be fixed now as we see the rear of the safety car is going to go in this lap.
And it's harder to tell when the safety car's coming in now because there's no big lights on the top of the Mercedes. It's on the rear wing and it's on the front windscreen because the Black Series Mercedes-Benz has this big rear wing. So safety car coming in this lap then. We'll start the next lap to get going back. And of course, there's no overtaking until the green flag line, which is the start line as well. So Verschaw's going to bunch them up. Drugovic, look at Drulova as well, and Lawson coming up. Drugovic is in there too. Green flag, race back underway then here as we start lap number 6. Green flag, and it's a clean restart as they hurtle down towards turn 1. Look, though, at Lawson. Got such a run on Drulova as well, and so has Dragovic on the inside of Pourchaire. Pourchaire is leaking oil. It's 3 abreast. Pourchaire's hemorrhaging positions, and on the inside as well, you can see a little puff, puff, puff from the back. Contact to the front.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's an issues for sure for Pourchaire. He's going to have to stop that car. Oh, look at that onto the gravel a little bit from one of the high-techs.
And already Pourchaire to cut the corner as well. Drulova stays third. Lawson down to 4th. Dragovic closing in. Pourchaire is leaking oil and he's going off the track. Pourchaire's out of the race after just 6 laps. Here comes Dragovic fighting back for his top 3 positions. Lawson takes 4th. Dragovic just about holds the positions. Dive bomb on the inside from Lawson. I know it's from that's Sargent. Sargent making the move.
Yeah, Pourchaire stopped indeed at the exit of turn 4. Hopefully that won't be a safety car for him. He's down at 21st now and he's going to be out of the race. Lock up from the high-tech from Yuri Vips into turn 10.
Nearly ran into the back, but looking okay. Let's take another look at it on board with Dragovic. So he's got Pourchaire just in front of him. You heard him saying about the oil. And look at it already. The film on the camera lens getting sprayed with the oil. If that's left an oil trail all the way around the lap, it could get very interesting when the drivers next go to the braking zone at turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be very tricky indeed. We'll see in the end of this lap if they will have issues with that. Still, for sure in the lead, so no DRS yet because of the safety car just came back into the pits. So that will be like next lap or something. Boschung still within a second though from for sure.
So when the DRS gets reactivated, he'll be right there if he can maintain that second gap. Now they're going to hit the oil parts for the first time. How much oil has Pourchaire dropped? He's down 34 seconds now as the discarded bits of Pirelli rubber from the previous
Jack
sessions
Doohan
go
here on the
through.
outside of Drogovic.
Nice move. He's got him. And now on the inside, Doohan now desperately trying to get back up now. He can't stand it. They've all made through turn 1 okay, which is great news.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there might be a trail all the way through here. And one of the campers there going with look like one of the Red Bull liveries.
Yeah, right round the outside as well. As up the inside, Yuri Vips makes the move on Doohan as well. Doohan's going to hold it round the outside. Goes all 4 wheels off the road. Do that 3 times, you'll get a black and white flag. We know what happened in the Formula 3 race earlier on this morning in those manners as well. But that car looking very twitchy indeed for Jack Doohan. But Yuri Vips in the high-tech just waiting for the Virtuosi to make a mistake, probably into turn 10.
Yeah, I think I saw Hauger trying to make a move on Nissani as well on the back in turn 8. Let's see what's happening now there. As you see everyone going through turn 10. I saw a little bit of smoke. Someone must have locked up a little bit. And there, Pucher, he made it to the pits. And Hauger did get past Nissani.
So Hauger up to 10th position. Nazani down into 11th. Theo Pocher becomes our second retirement in this race. Just 20 cars left. Battle changing at the front as well. All time as that. Nazani passing Hauger as well. And Nazani making positions up to P10. That's him holding his position, if I remember correctly, in the 16. So he's held it to Hauger and Novalak just behind, and Sato in 13th position.
Yeah, top 8 will get points, though, not P9 and P10. So they'll need to try to get back there. But it's so close up in front. So if you try to get as high as possible, maybe someone will fly off ahead of you and you'll get into the points eventually, as we see them going back onto the straight now. Is DRS enabled yet?
Down towards turn 1, Richard Verschoor, fastest lap in the race leader, battles further back as well, as we see more drama that's further back. So it's Iowa and Bolot Bassi making some moves on the inside. It's a little bit close to contact. Sato fighting as well with the back of of Enzo Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi holding back. He's trying to look to the inside line. Sato is pushing him. Enzo's got the move. And Fittipaldi, on his return to Formula 2 after his horrific crash in Saudi Arabia, is
Switchback,
back.
though.
Oh, yeah, switch back round the inside. Sato, no, Fittipaldi's got it. Sato had the inside line, but Fittipaldi on the outside through the sand dune section managed to hold the positions.
Through turn 8, Red Bull livery right behind there. Let's see who's that. Iwasa.
Can't see at the moment as I'll dive into the inside, and that's a very late defensive move from Sato. On the back, is that Chen Bullock Bassi? I'm double checking on my notes here. I think it would be Chen Bullock Bassi, wouldn't it? The rookie in this series. There's Theo Pocher out of the race, and he can't believe it. What more can this young man do as well? Such an exceptional racer, regarded very highly in this motorsport paddock for just how quick he is. He shone in Formula 3, and he's shining in Formula 2. Just a pity race 1 comes to an end like this. But it's the feature race tomorrow. That's where the bigger points are. Sato's dropped down and now goes back up. Transponder issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and at Pocher tomorrow, we'll have a good chance as he's starting, I think, from P2 as the top 10 was reversed. Now started from 9th. As we see Drogovic, DRS is enabled now. We see the rear wings open up. Drogovic can attack Lawson. No, he's just a bit too far. We're on board with him now.
Yeah, Drogovic trying to find this toe. Would have the DRS. Oh, Dennis Holger moves up to P10. Nazani down to 11th place as well. And now Nazani's passed as well, so they're switching positions. I'd much rather be watching that battle than this one at the moment, with nothing going on. As Drogovic just closing down Liam Lawson. But it's Richard Verschoor leading the way. He's got a 1.2 second advantage to Ralph Boschong in P2.
Yeah, no pit stops right in the sprint race.
Yep, no pit stops in the sprint, straight to the end. There'll be a mandatory pit stop in the feature race tomorrow, but for 23 laps, you've got to make these tyres last. If you come into the pits, you've got a problem.
Absolutely. So we're looking at here, still Drogovic behind Lawson, but it's so tricky to get past these, waiting for the straights, basically. This here, on this little straight, there's a DRS as well, but then you have to be really close to be able to attack us. We're on board with the Virtuosi here.
Jack Doohan, number 3 on board. He's P6, chasing down Drogovic and Lawson. And Jeruvala in P3, but Jack Doohan started 10th, up to 6th, and is having quite a good race, is Doohan. Of course, father Mick Doohan, and of course, the younger lot going into 4 wheels rather than 2, which I can't deny is an interesting career choice. As there's a car looked like flying off in the background, but it looks like everyone's still okay. So it might be just the camera angle again playing tricks on us like it did in the Formula 3 race this morning. Lap 9, though, of 23. Now we start the 10th lap of this race. And Lawson's under
still
pressure.
in the lead, 1.2 seconds. And here comes Drugovic. Nah, still too far.
Too
Gonna
far
make a
back.
dive. No, still waiting behind him, maybe around until turn 4.
Brake discs are glowing from Drugovic as well. Lawson trying to hold his time as well and keep the advantage on the run up the track as well. This is a fantastic race already. It's only the sprint as well. Chambolat Bassi has got ahead of Ollie Caldwell. So Caldwell's down to 17th position now as things stand. Lawson is being caught by Drugovic as we head down the sand dunes. Biggest winner at the start. It's Iwaza, who's up 8 places. And the biggest loser, Dennis Hughes, down 6 places, if I'm correct there on my mathematics. Yes, I am. Well, apart from...
Williams 7 even.
Yeah, apart
And,
from... oh, yes.
Butcher, obviously 12. I think one of the biggest winners of the start, of course, as well. Bushing, going wide up there.
Lawson!
That is,
no, it's not Lawson. So Lawson's got...
Yeah.
Lawson's now up to 4th. So who's run wide in one of the Red Bull liveries?
Yeah, Lawson ran wide.
Yeah, Lawson's gone wide. So Lawson's gone wide. Driver tracker showing the wrong one. But yeah, Lawson went off down at turn 9 and turn 10. We're now at 12 and 13. See how hard Drugovic trying to fight for control of that Formula 2 car. Back on the straightaway. No power steering in these Formula 2 cars. So it's all on muscle as they hurtle these cars down. 18-inch wheels as well. So they are quite big. And with exposed brake discs as well, stopping them is quite hard as we hurtle down the start-finish straight once again. Forshaw leads. He's got a 1.1 second gap to Boschung, who's been closed in by Drulova. And now also further back, Lawson's under pressure from Drugovic, who's looking around the outside. Turn 1 not working out there. Doohan and Vips closing in. 7-way fight for the lead here, Synth.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lawson might have got a bit of dust on his tyres after going wide in turn 10, which gave Drugovic the opportunity to close up a little bit more, as we see in the back Vesti getting past Caldwell.
Yeah, so Vesti moves up to P17. Ollie Caldwell continues his rapid descent down the timing screens, unfortunately, as the field begin to spread through. 1.1 the gap as we 1 lap 11. 10 laps have been completed of this sprint race. We've got the feature tomorrow. That's a bigger race entry. It will be 32 laps, so 9 more tomorrow to cover. That's why we've got a mandatory pit stop, but we always run about 2 or 3 less than the Formula 1 distance do.
It looks like Boschung is slowly closing up again to Forshaw. Can he get within DRS to help him?
Not about it. Yeah, just holding back, isn't he? On that back straightaway. Drugovic with his own sponsorship on the side of the car. Makes him easy.
Oh, look at that.
Lawson was wide again, wasn't he? He's lost a heap of time, and here comes Drugovic. I thought he might dive to the inside. He's going to wait, isn't he? Look, he's taking a wide line into turn 13.
Yeah, going on the straight will surely be close enough to go for it this time. Yeah, he's definitely close. Got a bit of toe towards the final corner. And then if he gets a good exit, he can surely attack with DRS on the straight towards turn 1.
Opening up the DRS, and he's within that gap. Boschung is within Forshaw as well. The gap 1.0. It was 9/10 though, so he'll have that DRS. Drugovic does have the DRS on Lawson as well as they head down towards turn 1. Lawson goes defensive. Drugovic's going to hold it round the outside, take a cut back line.
Just too far again. Thought he was close enough this time, but still just a bit too far. Going to turn 2. Is he got a good enough exit? Nah, I still think he's bit too far to attack in turn 4, or isn't he?
Yeah, it's too far back. Not going to make the move from there, which is unfortunate. So has to back out and just remain further back. But Yuri Vips just did the fastest first sector of anybody on that last lap. He's only a second behind Doohan, as we're seeing as well. So Vips closing in on this fight.
Yeah, losing a bit of time again. He's still hanging on around the 1.2, 1.1 seconds, but he needs to go Lawson just that little bit more to get within DRS and close up, and then you can really stick right behind Richard for sure.
Down the back straight away we go. DRS, another opportunity here between turn 10 and turn 11. I don't think Boschon, no, I don't think Boschon's got it. Don't think Derivative's got it either. It's still holding back on positions. It's going to be a waiting game now as we're halfway through the sprint race for 2022's Bahrain round of this Formula 2 Championship. A record-breaking 13 weekends at the moment, but 14 weekends confirmed. That's 28 races in the season, from Shakir to Jeddah to Imola, Barcelona, Monaco, Baku, Silverstone, Spielberg, Budapest, Spa, Zandvoort, Monza and Yas Marina as well.
Vips is right behind Jack Doohan. Can he make a move here onto the straight, and can Drugovic take Lawson as well? It's still a train. They're still all waiting behind each other, waiting for the right moment to attack. It looks like Drugovic might be close enough this time.
Down towards turn 1. Oh, he thought about it. Vips is going for it on the inside of Doohan. He lunges up the inside, and Vips takes 6th.
That's a great move from the high-tech driver of Vips. Down the inside in turn 1, late braking. Then Jack Doohan. He's still got DRS. I don't think Jack Doohan might have DRS on this straight here.
Can't say anything at the moment. Doohan doesn't, and he was outside the detection point, so Doohan didn't have DRS. It belonged to Forshaw. Vips. Sorry, let's take another look at it. In fact, Doohan had DRS to defend as well, so Vips was just mega late on the brakes to make that move. The brake disc glowing orange, and a gorgeous move from Yuri Vips.
That's how to overtake in a DRS train.
Yes, absolutely. Hard to overtake indeed. 30 to 23, 1.1 the gap between Forshaw and Boschong. Drulova is in 3rd, and he's got a gap of 1.5 seconds to Lawson, but it's the battle for 4th to 7th. That's interesting. Lawson, Drugovic, Vips, and Doohan is the big one at the moment. Oh.
11, keep focusing on tires. Race is still long.
Race is too long, apparently, so...
That's still long, not too long. I think he will
wow.
make it, but he just needs to maybe be a bit more cautious on the tires, but he's obviously trying to keep pushing out of the DRS.
1.1 the gap at the moment as it comes onto the start-finish straight. He's past the detection zone as well, so... the detection zone is a total of 23 metres after turn... no, it's 170 metres after turn 15 is the activation. The detection point is 10 metres before 100... Oh, hang on a minute. Interrupting myself as Lawson defending from Drugovic as well. Down to turn 1. Massive attack there. And the DRS detection point for turn 14 is 110 metres before turn 14. So it's right in the beginning of the braking zone is the detection point for the DRS onto the start-finish straight.
He tried to do what Vips did a lap earlier. Didn't quite work out, as I think Deruvla is really getting close to Boschung now for 2nd.
He is. The gap, yeah, gap is 0.9 of a second. So, again, this is not working out, I don't think, for Richard Forshaw, because he's going to start falling back massively if he has to save his tyres. Look, he's already doing it. He's lost another 2/10 in that first sector alone.
Well,
Massive.
maybe he's going to get a bit lucky if Deruvla and Boschung start fighting each other. But that gap is now back down to a second, nearly a second. It was like 4/10 for a minute, but maybe that was because just after the long straight, we see a replay at one of the Charoux drivers and Fittipaldi and Iwasa.
Iwasa and Fittipaldi on the inside. Fittipaldi going through. And yes, that's Fittipaldi being passed by Iwasa. So Iwasa goes through himself. So nice move there down to turn 1. As we cut back to the front action, that was for sure. There's Boschung, there is Druvela. And look at the train for 4th back all the way. They're starting to close in. The top 8 now. Throw in Logan Sargent. He's closing in on this battle. The race is on. As you're right, Synthol, Drulova closing in on Boschung. Just half a second in it as the DRS is open down towards turn 1. Is he going to make a dive bomb maneuver? Boschung goes defensive. And Drulova looks round the outside. Not going to make it. He'll get the cutback though. But Boschung defends the inside line.
Oh, going wide there.
Oh.
Lawson went wide. Drugovic's gone through.
Yeah, Lawson's gone too deep. And that's now changed positions. And he nearly spins. He caught the grass at the exit, so he caught the sand at the exit. Meantime, in the front, Boschung defending from Juliver. That's been held back, but my goodness me, it's all action, all eyes back.
I think Jake Hughes gone wide and clipped his front wing into another driver.
Oh, and yeah, Hughes is dropping down the order massively, down to 13th position. And now Novalak as well caught up in that. He's dropped 2 positions on that field as well.
Wow, what has happened right there in the back? We saw a lot of people going wild. Yeah, Jake Hughes has really got an issue. We can see a replay here on board with Drugovic. Oh yeah, this is going Larsen. Gonna presumably lock a wheel up. Yeah.
No, we're on board with Drugovic. That's Lawson ahead, isn't he? Making the mistake. Yellow, Synthol.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, what a moment.
Caught the curb, and nearly hit into the side. So why is this yellow out in the second sector?
Yeah, probably for Jake Hughes. Maybe his front wing or himself. We're stopped on the track here. We can see Drugovic again.
Well,
Could it be safety car? Possibly. I'm not sure where he is.
If it's debris, it'll be virtual.
It's not going to be debris because that happened in sector 1. It's yellow in sector 2.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Stop the car.
And this will be a safety car. Jake Hughes has stopped the Van Armsfoot Racing 24, the VAR, out of the race. And he's getting out of the car as well. This will have to be a safety car. They'll have to put out the safety car again.
Depends on where you put it. Oh, look at that for second. Ruvla and Bastian go side by side. Bastian's gone through. Ruvla gone through.
Yeah, he's got him. Jerusalem takes second. Boschung trying to sling him around the outside. It's turn 1. Hasn't worked out. He's got a nose ahead, though. Hasn't paid off. As virtual.
Virtual safety car.
So, virtual safety car.
And Sargent gone past Doohan as well, right before the virtual safety car deployer. Maybe a bit off. Now he's giving it back.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe he got called just as the VSC was out. So, as Doohan and Sargent swap places back again. VSC, drivers must decrease their speed by 30%. No overtaking. Drew for the leads. Drew. That can't be right. The graphics must have glitched. Right. Yeah. Was it me, or did Boschung wave him through there? I swear I saw like an arm go out the cockpit and sort of wave him through.
Not sure. You see, that's what happens.
Oh, T-Bone.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no. On the
Jake Hughes got taken
inside.
out.
Yeah, Novalak.
Under the car.
Yes, it is.
So, Clement Noviak, the rookie in the Formula 2 for the MP Motorsport squad, T-bones the side of Jake Hughes and puts him out of the race. And Novalak now with a new front wing being fitted for the MP Motorsport and away. Oh, yeah, away he goes. I thought he was up on the jacks for a second. Very deceptive paint there.
Very unlucky for Jake Hughes. Started his race from 3rd and now he's out of the race.
So the virtual safety car means they won't need to put out the full safety car, which is great because the gaps will stay the same. But who's going to get the greatest restart? That's the question. It's lap 16 of this race of 23. We've completed 15. That's what that graphic means as the Marshals run out onto the track now. And who's going to win this race for the Marshals? Who can get up the biggest debris? And who's going to pick up a nice souvenir to go home? Oh, yeah. Don't let your pants fall down, mate, on there. He's really holding that. And that could have been a big embarrassing moment live to millions and millions of people on television.
Yeah, but this is the reason for the first safety car, because I think the car might be at a good position as it's ending, but the Marshals will go on track in turn 1. That's why the first safety car has come from. Can Boschung get back at them? Oh, look at that. That's
side by side.
Running into the back of Larsen.
Green flag is out now. The race is back underway. And who's got the best action down towards turn number 1?
Boschung.
Boschung going to, Druliver under pressure now. Boschung goes to the outside. Druliver hugs the inside line. Yuri Vips on the inside of Djokovic. There's contact between the two. They just about make it through. Only a side pod lost, I think, on the side of Boschung. Of Druliver,
Here comes the campus again around the outside of the Rovula. Is he going to make it through on turn 4? He is. So is he going a bit too deep, maybe? Yes, he has. And Larsen or Druvela can get back at him down the inside here.
Side by side.
Here now, outside. It's going to be tricky here. He does it. It makes it stick.
What a fantastic move from Boschung. Hangs it around the outside. Here comes Druliver. Lock up from Druliver. Oh, he couldn't hold on. Yeah, Druliver locks up. And now that's going to get the position out of Lawson. Lawson's closing in as well. But look at this. Doohan and Sargent are coming up in the orders now.
Incredible. That was really close. I think the Druliver tried to make a move down the inside, but the inside was blocked. So he nearly ran into the back of him and locked up. That's going to hurt his tires as well.
Perfect opportunity for that virtual safety car to come out. It's changed again, the complexion of the race. 3.6 seconds for sure. Now has to Boschung at the end of that previous lap time. Wow.
Lap 17 out 23. We're nearing the end of this race.
Yep, nearly at the end of this sprint. It's, as I said, 45 minutes plus 1 lap if needed. But it's the first 23 laps is always the way the Formula era does it. Tomorrow we've got the feature race, and the stewards have said turn 1 is involving Novalak and Hughes under investigation causing a collision. You think, stewards? It's quite clear, really. It's no longer coming from race control, it's coming directly from the stewards. Here comes Druvela. He's in the DRS turn, pulls to the outside. Boschung knows he's coming, goes defensive, then wheel to wheel to turn 1. Boschung has the inside line and just holds off. Druvela now in the slipstream, through the left at 2, the right at 3, and up the hill we go once again. Boschung moves to the right-hand side. Druvela goes to the left. They're side by side. Druvela shuts the door. Boschung has to back out. Druvela to second.
Yeah, so I hear you bad again, unfortunately, but indeed it's a good move from, well, not a good move, maybe just a simple move from Druvela, sticking right behind in turn 1 and turn 2, going up the hill, and with the rest and slipstream getting back past the Campos for second place. Interesting battle for second, as Lawson and Drukovic also are right behind them.
Can you hear me clearly?
Let's see a replay now of this move from, yeah, look at that down the inside. Oh, this is...
Yeah.
Drukovic on the outside, and there, Liam Lawson.
Yeah, there's that.
They needed touch. I don't think they did eventually.
That's on the restart. Yeah, that was on the restart. That's where I thought there was contact. They just avoided it. As let's hear from Boschung.
Take it!
Oh, well, Boschung's not happy with it, is he? He has taken the position back, but big lock-up from Druvela in the Prema, in the Red Bull livery. Worked that one out, everybody.
Yeah, so I really can't hear you anymore.
Oh.
It sounds really weird again. So here we saw the move. Oh, nearly turned right into the Campos there.
How's that? Any better?
Not really.
Oh, dear. Can you hear me now? What
Well,
about
only 5 laps to go now.
We'll have to muddle through. I do apologise, Synth. 5 laps to go as they all hurry down. Basically, as soon as I stop talking, you just talk as they come through. Forshaw is again looking quick. He set the fastest lap. I would love to tell you what that is, but it's stuck on Doohan's from lap 6. So it is Forshaw who'll get that bonus point for fastest lap as they all approach up the order. And they're all just slowing down now, knowing it's left.
Very wide in the back. I think there's one of the Cheroos.
Can't see who. A washer up 11 places. Started last, up to 11th. As... Oh, and Holger gets ahead of Nizani for P9.
Yeah, he's going to make up one more position to get a point.
So desperately trying to hold off the rest of the field as we come through. And I'm just taking a look at the moment as well. The issue between Novalak and Hughes is indeed under investigation, as we knew it would be. That's been confirmed by the stewards, as with... 19 laps now on the board. We've completed 18. 23 is on the board. As
yeah, we're nearing the end of the race now. Maybe drivers are going to get a bit more impatient, and it's going to be interesting at the front, especially with Boschung and Druvela in front.
Cordial sets the fastest lap, a 1:45.047 on the board. Who's that?
Is it Nizani?
Yes, Nizani. I think he just went a little bit too deep at the exit of turn 10.
No, it was that, I think. It was actually.
Ah, it was a washer. Oh, no. Hasn't lost any positions.
Oh, he's going out again. He's going to miss you.
Yeah, so this isn't great. So he's got a problem. I wonder if the tyres have gone. Because here, up the inside, Nizani's going to go through. Yeah, Nizani, Fittipaldi.
Yeah, he's going to go through. He's going to issue with his tyres or something.
Yeah.
Going to go on a straight with the RS. Going to fly past us in front. I think that's Hauger and Iwasa.
Oh, and literally going defensive and making Fittipaldi work for it. Nizani gets back in the toe, dives on the inside, he clipped for sure. And he's locked up, and he's gone straight on.
Too late.
Well, what was Nizani thinking there? He clipped the back of Fittipaldi, and I'm surprised Fittipaldi didn't have a puncture.
I'm not sure they clipped each other, though. I'm not sure if he clipped him, but it was very late indeed. He somehow tried to do something he couldn't with his tire.
That was a bit risky in my book, because that could have been a big accident. I put them both out of the race. Take a look at it again, Synth.
We can see a replay of the moment. Did I touch?
No.
No. But it was, too late from Nissani.
So close on the inside. Soft compound tires as well, actually, on there, on the front. So it's never going to be the greatest opportunity. It's the soft compound as well, and the hard, the two here this weekend, as Vips getting passed by Logan Sargent, who dives up the inside down at turn 11. So interesting positions there. Oh, closing back.
Still.
Yeah. Nearly back side by side. Vips stays 7th. As they swing back through. 20 or 23 then.
Yeah, the gap between Forshaw and Deruvla right now 2.2. That's quite a big gap. Also behind Deruvla, the gap is bigger now, 2.7. 3 even.
Just holding it back as well, and holding it Liam Lawson in P4 at the moment, going for it as well, trying to hold the position. Here comes Deruvla once again on Boschung, right round the outside. Boschung trades the position quite easily. Now sends it round the outside again.
It's
he's locked up. And through goes Liam Lawson. So Deruvla takes 2nd. Lawson now takes over in 3rd. Boschung down to 4th. And Lawson up to the podium, Synth.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna... Let's see if the Boschung got a bit wide, so Drugovic is right behind him now too. I don't know what he tried on the outside, but it was way too late, as we see. Deruvla seems to be closing up a little, maybe too, for sure, but I guess it's a bit too late now to win his 21st lap out of 23, and we see Boschung still right behind Larsen. Can he maybe fight back?
Bosch on radio.
Give me up! 3 laps to go, Ralph. 3 laps to go. Keep focused. 3 laps to go.
So I think he had no grip, no grip. He was complaining about that, I think, over the radio. It's quite hard to understand him with the F2 radio systems not being as clear. But very much, only a couple laps to go as we'll take another look at it. So Boschung lets Lawson through, and then he tries to cut back, and it just didn't work out because he went too deep into the braking zone. The tyres had gone before he'd even made the corner. Nicely done, though. It is like...
No idea what he said on the team radio, nor what you say, but yeah, it was too deep, at least in turn 1. Here we see the leader, Richard Forshaw. Stewards, what did they say? 10-second time penalty for Novalek, causing a collision.
He's down in 19th and last anyway, so that's not going to affect the results too much. Keeping an eye on the board as Boschung under pressure from Deruvla for 4th. Lucky this isn't the battle for pole position tomorrow. That's already been decided with qualifying that took place on Friday evening. As they swing back up, that was due, and he'll start on pole position for tomorrow's feature race. You'll be delighted to hear the turbo popping there and flashing spits of fire at the back there. It's more like a fighter pilot, isn't it, for Boschung? As they hurtle down.
Yeah. Really can't hear you anymore. So it was getting past Doohan for 8th, the final point-paying position.
Can you hear me now? Is that any better?
I can't hear you still.
Oh, sorry. My fault. Yeah, this is not going well there. We've lost connection audio to the two commentators, which isn't great. Hopefully, if I'll change this. Can you hear me, Synthil, clearly?
I hear you a little bit. As Hauke gets past Doohan as well. Doohan maybe got an issue. We're in the penultimate lap of the race. And moves are going to be made now because it's the last chance, basically.
I've changed over to the laptop mic, so I'll have to talk a bit louder. Sorry that we're having these issues, everybody, but at least we can hear each other clearly at the moment as they come back on the field. This is Iwisher, who's up to P8, and Doohan just practically giving up on the inside there. Great move from Iwisher up the field. Who's your driver of the day then, Synthil?
Down the inside of turn 10, what a move there from the Rebel livery car on Jack Doohan.
Final lap. Yeah. Final lap of the... Oh, yeah. Final lap of the race, then. 23 of 23. Lost comms in terms of we can't hear each other, which is great. I can hear him. He can't hear me. Forshaw leads, Trinova second, Lawson into third at the moment, and that seems to be the running order. Richard Forshaw going to take another win in Formula 2, which is going to be very, very well received in this race.
We see, I think, Vesti here. We're right behind Ronisani for 12th. He's going to make a move down towards turn 4. It's the final of the race, but we're getting back to Forshaw now.
Yeah, just coming into turns 9 and 10. Hopefully he's going to have a lot better race tomorrow, where he can possibly even make it a double and take over with more wins at the front. Reverse grid has helped him out big time at the moment. No idea if anybody can hear me at the moment in terms of what's happening there. There we go. Hopefully so. As they swing back down, it's getting a bit tense now, isn't it? On the back in the last 2 corners. Out of the back now. Just holding together as they come in the last corner. I'll throw to Synthol in a minute. There's a yellow in the second sector. Don't know what that's about. We'll find out shortly. Richard Forshaw for Trident wins the opening race of the season here in Bahrain and wins a Formula 2 race. Fantastic! Forshaw win, Trident win, and they couldn't be more delighted. Druvala takes second, Lawson is third, Boschung fourth, Dragovic is fifth, Sargent sixth, Vips seventh, Awasha takes eighth, started 22nd, moves up. Holger.
Oh, that's incredible from Awasha indeed. And I think it was, by the way, Ollie Caldwell who stopped on the track causing the yellow flag.
Can you hear me at all now?
I can't hear you, so I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, it was Caldwell who got an issue in the final lap.
Caldwell, Williams, Cordeal and Novalak all still waiting to check the flag, but it's Richard Forshaw taking victory. The Dutch driver, 21 years old, victorious, and that is Ollie Caldwell out on the side of the track. Not great then at the moment. And the car's just completely come to a stop. I can't work out where that is on the track. I think it's at the exit of turn 10 on the inside. Let's hear from the race winner.
Happy Dutchman.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Well done, mate. Well done. Fantastic. Grande, Richard. Grande. Guys, thank you so much. The car was very good, mate. Giacomo, you're right. I want to thank my sponsors and, of course, Trident for this, mate. We worked hard for this, and this is amazing.
Can you hear me at all, Synthol? Hello? Ah, here we go. We fixed the issue with the mics by, I'm going to plug Synthol in here because I've called him on Instagram as well. So can you hear me, Synth?
I can hear you now, indeed, yeah.
Hey, fantastic. And we can hear you clearly. Maybe we'll have to set that up for tomorrow with a different one. What a last lap, though. And Forshaw takes the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Well driven by him. They took the lead in the first lap and just, kept calm and just drove it and won the race.
Another fantastic race in FIA Formula 2. You've just got to wonder what on earth is coming up next. Tomorrow is the Formula 2 feature race and the Formula 3 feature as well. Formula 1's Grand Prix in Bahrain coming up. MotoGP as well, their race from Indonesia. It's going to be a wet one for that to wake up to. And then IndyCar, whether it'll be live or delayed, we're still going to work that out. And I'd just like to point out to people in the chat, specifically Lewis Hamilton and Roscoe, who said cringe as well, and something earlier on I noticed. WTF. Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. on the board. Who's your driver of the day, Synthel?
An easy one to say, obviously, for sure. Just kept calm, did a good job. But I think, Iwasa did a very, very good job.
Fantastic job indeed, as the field will now split up. The yellow flag has now been finally rescinded, which is great news. TweetDeck going absolutely crazy, if you can keep across of that. It's fantastic. Lots of happy messages from Richard Forshaw using the hashtag F2, hashtag Bahrain GP. We'll be back tomorrow, as I said, MotoGP's watch along. Formula 1 as well is going to be fantastic with the pole sitter. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't watched it. But that's the first race of the year done for Formula 2. As the drivers will get weighed with, it's a Prema 2-3 actually, of course, with Druvela and Lawson getting up there. That was an impressive run. And Druvela, I'd like to point out, also 23 years old from India. Another podium for them in what is a very much a motorsport-driven program over there, ran by Kroon Chan-Hok's father, of all people.
By the way, I understand your confusion because of 2 Red Bull liveries, but Lawson isn't a Prema driver, of course.
He's at Carlin. Yeah. It's going to be difficult getting used to the new liveries this season. Now that Carlin have got the Red Bull liveries they had for a couple of years, but now Prema's got it as well, which used to be the Ferrari, which was white and red. It's changed a lot this year. Oh, and Liam Lawson's earplugs are pink. That's a funky colour. I quite like the look of those, to be fair. The lead is gone straight through there. I think we're going to hear from the top 3 shortly. The interviews are just getting ready. You can see the media delegates all getting together. And I believe it'll be Laura Winter who will be doing the post-race interviews for us. I'm looking around to see if she's there. I can't see her. So I'm looking for Rosanna Tennant, and I can't see her either. So we'll wait to see who's going to be on the call to interview the drivers. It is going to be Laura Winter. I can see her flowery dress just in the background there that she's wearing today. So Laura's going to give us some interviews with the top 3 drivers, as you can see. Richard Forshaw, Johan Druvela, and Liam Lawson, your top 3 winners. Let's go down then to Laura Winter.
Just talk us through that one. First race and you're on the podium, you've got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, it was a good race. I'm really happy to be on the podium. Obviously, I'm a bit gutted I didn't win. We had a really good car and we had the pace. Yeah, just a couple of mistakes from my side after the virtual safety car restart, and yeah, I think that cost us the win. But anyways, a good start to the season, P2, and we can try again for the same tomorrow.
Sounds like you learned a fair bit to take into tomorrow as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think, in F2, a lot of things can happen. I think the main thing is to try to stay calm, stay focused, and try to get to the end of the race.
Well done to you. Mixed emotions, I know, but congratulations. P2 in our first race of the year. Thank you very much, Johan Druvela.
So Druvela finishing 3rd. Let's hear from Liam Lawson in P3.
Liam, P3. I mean, for so much of that race, it was defensive, wasn't it? And then it was the patience that saw you get up onto the podium. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, the first part of the race wasn't easy. I lost DRS quite early, and then I was struggling to stay with the train. I had a big lock up into turn 1, and that from that point made it really tough because I was having big vibrations. I couldn't brake properly, and I thought we were actually really slow. It wasn't until the ends, when it sort of spread out a little bit, that the car was actually quite fast. So yeah, positives for tomorrow, but we just need to get through that first phase a bit better.
What is the aim tomorrow then?
Move forwards like today, basically. Qualifying wasn't perfect, wasn't ideal, so yeah, try and move forwards. Podium would be nice, but just try and grab some points.
Bring the momentum from today. Thank you very much. Liam Lawson, P3 overall. And we now bring in our race winner, Richard Forshaw, last man to the F2 grid, first race winner. Wow, you must be delighted. Talk us through it.
I am. Yeah, it has been hard work to be even here. So I really want to thank immediately my sponsors. I mean, without them and of course the team wouldn't have been possible. So I'm really proud to give them a win now.
Your second F2 win overall as well. It's got to give you confidence for the season ahead.
Yeah, to be fair, already yesterday in qualifying gave me a lot of confidence knowing that we have a good car. So, of course, this gives an extra boost also for the team, so we keep working hard.
You've just mentioned the team. I will mention them now. Trident returning to that top step. Just how good is the feeling? I saw you run to the team for a big hug in celebration. Just how good is the feeling in that team right now?
Yeah, it was about time, but yeah, the team is very motivated, which I like. From the first day I got there, I saw that. So that motivated me as well. So I'm just really proud also for them to get this win. They deserve it.
And finally, one look ahead to tomorrow as well. This must fill you with confidence looking ahead to that second race.
Definitely. I was afraid we could not make the tires last long enough, but now we did this race, I have a bit more confidence in that.
You certainly should do. Thank you very much. Well done to you. Congratulations, Richard Forshaw, our P1, our winner of the sprint race.
Limited fans staying in the grandstand there. Let's confirm the results then. From this race, it's Richard Forshaw taking victory for the sprint. Jan Jaruvula is second. Liam Lawson finishing in third position. Further down, Ralph Boschong fourth. Felipe Dragovic is fifth. Logan Sargent sixth. Yuri Vip seventh. Ayum Azaka is in eighth as well, with Dennis Hauger is ninth. And Jack Doohan he starts tomorrow on pole, finishes P10 on the board. Further down, we see Enzo Fittipaldi, Roy Nazani, Frederick Vesti 13th, Chen Bollock Bassi is 14th as well. Callum Williams is 15th, Marino Sato 16th, Mario Cordial is in 17th, Clement Noviak 18th, Ollie Caldwell 19th as well, Jake Hughes down in 20th, Theo Pocher 21st, and Marcus Armstrong in 22nd. 4 retirements in the end. That was Caldwell, Hughes, Pocher, and Armstrong as well. Strong performances here today as well. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow then, Cynthia? We've got a load of action across F3, F2 and F1.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. Who's going to start on pole again? I just threw in everything, so I don't know who's going to start.
It's going to be Doohan. Jack Doohan on pole tomorrow.
Well, I'm obviously interested to see what Forshaw can do again. If he now wins already, so maybe he can do something. He's got to start a bit more back, of course, somewhere around P9, I think. So let's see what he can do from there. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see, especially now with a strategy to have on.
Absolutely. A strategy is always key, especially with a mandatory pit stop to be included tomorrow as well. As we come on to the podium paying positions. Oh, that's interesting. So that's where it is. As well. Third place for Liam Lawson. Second place for Drulova and Richard Forshaw on the podium as well. Which means we will hear the Dutch national anthem. Turn it up, Cynthia. Not bad at all, is it?
Nope.
Great race then. Dutch commentator and a Dutch winner. You must be delighted right now.
Absolutely. Let's see if you can see this tomorrow as well in the Formula 1 race.
Is Max Verstappen starting second on the grid? We'll find out as well. If you're watching in the UK and haven't been able to see the qualifying yet, you can watch the Channel 4 highlights. That's underway in around about 50 minutes time, 6:30 UK time. You can watch the highlights. And we'll be back tomorrow for all of the action for MotoGP, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1 and IndyCar on tomorrow as well. A big call ahead of us. And I'd forgotten just how long the Dutch national anthem was there, Cynthia. It's really long. Safety car got its first debut of the year. We now know what that looks like out on the circuit. All in all, a good day's work. Not bad at all out here. Let's take a look then at the podium ceremony. As we see Richard Forshaw presented with his first place trophy on the board. Trident get a victory. Takes their constructors trophy. That's going to mean a lot. Second place for Drolova as well. A very hard-fought race as well. Very clean, very calm. Very much as well needed. And Jehan Jaruvela takes it. Liam Lawson will take 3rd place here in this sprint. And a calm celebration there. And drivers will pick up the non-alcoholic champagne.
Let's celebrate.
It's champagne time! Not a bad way to end the first race here for Formula 2 in 2022. Verschoor takes victory, Jaruvela 2nd, Liam Lawson 3rd. Synthol, one word to describe what we've got coming up tomorrow. Can you do it?
Chaos. We're going to be it's just going to wait for tomorrow. For you, it's going to be very early, right? 8:45.
Oh, way earlier than that for me. I'm up at, for Moto 3 and Moto 2, I'm up at 2 a.m. That's 3 a.m. over there in the Netherlands as well. I'm up. So it's going to be a long night.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you for Formula 3 feature, unless I'm still doing MotoGP, in which case I'll see you for Formula 2 feature as well. Right, we'll be back tomorrow then. MotoGP kicks us off for all of the action on the Super Sunday for Motorsport. What a day we've had. It's been fantastic. Thanks for your company here. We'll see you later. Reminder to go over now to the Grid Network to watch our preview show for tomorrow's race. And also the ERC is racing at the Nordschleife. Go catch the checkered flag moment of that now. From us all here though, thanks for your company. We'll see you tomorrow when the feature race returns for Formula 2.